that people have. Taunt. Yeah, with all the scorpion and the baby scorpion swarming someone and the snake, I see like 10 plus poisons on them really quick, so it was weird not seeing that on that boss. He must have been really resistant. It's kind of cool playing a dot class and a pet class at the same time. Is this a Snow White build you're rocking? I don't know what that means. I'm playing a Beastmaster, which, as you can see, has lots of animal companions. Alright, so we've cleared out this area, so we're gonna go back to current time. And one thing to point out there is that area, you notice, it was completely walled off, which means even if I got back to that timeline from somewhere else, that doesn't mean I could just walk over to that area I was just in, because it was in like a, you know, a walled in area, you know, maybe a crater or something. Let's squish that over for now. Oh, wait a minute. Speak with the stranger that was waiting for you in Auric. Oh, shoot. Where was that? I think I might have walked past someone I was supposed to talk to. Hang on. Let me go back to the marker here. Yulia, do not be alarmed. I know who you are and I'm on your side. The immortal emperor, again, undead, must fall. From what I've gathered, the hidden path into the Citadel is no longer just my secret. Your friend has it written on his face. Enough talk. Follow the way inside the mountains and find me in the necropolis, and we will talk more there. Okay, enter the lower sewers. All right, so I need to go back to where I was and then continue northeast. All right, for now though, I am going to, I need to empty my bag, so I'm just gonna make a town portal. You can time travel at any time, and pace says baby chaos frequently shifting time. Sort of. So let me show you. So like, for example, your town that has the most things is at end time, which is where I just popped to. But like, for example, in Ruined Era, the blue is waypoints that I have unlocked. So I could travel to those spots. In the Imperial Era, I don't have anything over there. So I can't just like blip over there because I don't have any waypoints there. Divine, I've got, you know, there's some there, ancient, you know, right there is the, as an ancient cavern and ancient forest, which were just like standalone zones. I went in, got a reward, got out. So you can't just like shift at any time, but the shifting is like definitely a major part of the story.
Oh, yes.
Now, also in the end of time is the end game content, you know, the repeatable stuff that you would do after you finish the story. So there's a lot of extra stuff in this little town. For example, limitless possibilities and infinite worlds. This is the Monolith of Fate. Beings beyond our understanding once used the Monolith of Fate to observe the countless alternate timelines that branch from our own. In reality's current state, it is now merely a graveyard of dead timelines consumed by the void. However, your Epoch may be the key to reviving these timelines as it holds power similar to the Monolith's creators. Reviving a timeline. Using the Epoch, you can navigate the echoes of dead timelines, giving them form and life again. Be wary though, the forces that destroyed these worlds would keep them in darkness and seek to snuff the light you bring. Beware the shades of Orbis. They are harbingers of the void, reflections of Orbis and his torment. They slumber in the darkness of these dead timelines, waiting for signs of travelers like yourself and ready to destroy them. Even if you were to survive an encounter with a shade, I would not rest easy. The shades are extensions of Orbis himself. Rousing their attention draws his gaze. You may find your travels in the Monolith more treacherous were that to happen.
Farewell.
Okay. Chrono Trigger, but Diablo. I have heard others say that. I never played Chrono Trigger, so I can't really say. but I have heard others say that. Increase aspect of the Viper duration. I don't know what that is, so I'm just going to store that for now.
Angelic_demon bought last Epoch from Untipped.
Wait. I'm sorry, I have a confused look on my face because I didn't know that I had Nexus integrated with my stream, that when someone made a purchase on Nexus, an alert would go off. So I'm sitting here drooling out the side of my mouth because I didn't know that would happen, and I was very confused for a minute. I've had people purchase games on Nexus and support the stream before. I've never had them do that while the stream was running, and I did not know that would happen. There we go. That's why I... Oh, there's some necrotic resist on this. Might have to wear that hood. Time to add a scare noise to that. I think it's enough as it is. But yes, thank you for using that. The Nexus thing is truly awesome. Like I can't use my own, so I use another content creator, so I use mine. But it's a really cool system. Like the total price is the same for the consumer, but also the you know, when they make a purchase, just instead of Steam taking a fat cut and then the developer getting the rest, Nexus takes a small percentage, the streamer gets a cut, and then the developer gets the rest. And then you can still put it on your Steam account. So it's actually been a really cool system. All right, right now I'm saving all the unique items I get and the totems I get because you never know if I might need them. So I want to put those over there. Let me open up the forging screen and see if I can increase the necrotic resist on that, because that's been my weakness right now. Let's see, currently it has 5. Now it has 12. Now it has 16, now it has 25, and it is out of forging potential. All right, so there's an item that has got some necrotic resist on it that should help me with the thing that has been killing me the most lately. All right, so back through my portal. I derailed his thoughts, you absolutely did. The different timelines function like maps. You have to waypoint to them, you don't just stand in the same spot and move time, you actually technically go to join two different maps. Yeah, but, whoa, hang on a sec. Let me see if I can give you an example. Where are some waypoints I've got that are in the same area? Oh, I don't have the lake in the other one. In any case, let me give you some examples. They're like this city, it's the same city in these two eras. However, it's in ruins in this one. So, for example, in the Imperial era, there was a building and there was a guy inside, and he's like, "You can't come in. I've got the only key. You're not getting in here." And then the next time I found a portal, I went over to that area, to that building, went into the ruins of the building, took the key off his corpse, went back to his time, and while he was still inside with his key, I opened the door with his future key, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And then I went into his house. Actually, wait, it wasn't like a house, it was like a library. But that's how I got in. You know, there was another one where like a bridge collapsed, and the next time I went to a portal, I went over to that area, got across the bridge while it was still there, and then got a waypoint on the other side, and then came back to normal time on the far side, and then I was on current time on the far side of the collapsed bridge. And that's how I got around it. That was difficult words, but yeah, it's been very interesting. But yeah, the story has been interesting. For me, the most important part of a game is like whether, you know, how much fun I'm having. And for me, like, I really, really, really love the customization. This, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Like, every skill having its own customization, that is just the bee's knees for me. The story is icing on top of that. Prince of Persia shenanigans? Kind of. Hey, level 40. Minimum skill level increase. Okay, so what that is, let's say, for example, I'm like, you know what, I'm tired of using Serpent Strike, because you can have, everything has a talent tree, but you can't access everything. You can have 5 skills on your bar. And right now, I can have things for 4 of them. Let's say I decide to change my mind. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get rid of Serpent Strike, and I'm going to put Summon Raptor there. If I did that, the Summon Raptor would start at level 6 because I just increased my minimum level. So it basically makes it to where if you decide to respec and try something else, you're not starting from 0. All right, that's the portal I went through earlier. I've already been in there. Coolio, say I noted a chat in the corner. Is this game multiplayer? At this second, and again, it's an early access, but it is a very polished early access. Right this second, it is single player, but the world chat channel is online. I believe it's going to have multiplayer in the future, but right this second, it doesn't. What is that thing? Fume of Haste. And it looks like it explodes when it dies. Alright, we leveled up this thing. Alright. What is this? Circle of Life. Gain health and have a chance to be granted aspect of the shark for 3 seconds when you kill an enemy. Dragon Slayer. The on-kill effects of Circle of Life also have an equal chance to trigger when you are hit by a rare or boss enemy. Okay. Viper Fangs, you and your companions have an increased melee attack speed. When you hit an enemy, you have a chance for you and your companions to be granted aspect of the Viper for 3 seconds. A buff that grants 100% chance to poison on hit and 100% increased damage over time. Oh my goodness, that's insane. But only when you hit. It buffs all of you, but it only procs when you land a blow, so you can't be just hiding in the back. Higher endurance. Cry of the Lynx. You and your companions have increased chance to crit. When you use a companion skill, you and your companions are granted aspect of the Lynx, a buff that gives 100% crit chance and stun duration. Okay. Now, I had been aiming for this guy for survivability reasons. So we're going to get that right now. And this is a definite later on, gives us another minion. Are there fixed classes like Diablo or open like PoE? At the beginning, there's 5 classes. There's the Acolyte, which can become... It's like a goth girl. And she can become a Necromancer, a Warlock, or a Lich. And again, you can multi-spec. The thing is whatever one you specialize in, see, whichever one you don't specialize in, it gets a chain, and you can't go past that chain. The one you do specialize in has no chain. So I could go all the way across Beast Mastery, but I could be half in Shaman or half in Druid. So she's got Acolyte, and she becomes Necromancer, Lich, and Warlock. There's another one that's called a guy called a Sentinel. He's kind of like a paladin slash warrior guy, master at arms. There's another lady, I forget what she's called, but she's your typical leather wearer, archer, ranger, hunter, rogue type thing. And, oh wait, the red icon on the map, I left a unique back there. And there's another guy that is like a wizard. And I haven't dabbled in them, so I don't remember their subclasses. What is this? Dark Stride. Decades after the rest of civilization hid itself beneath the ground, the last of the Void Knights still roamed the ruined surface, searching relentlessly for a way to turn the power of the Void against itself. Their discoveries remain with them, lost amidst the shadows. +1 charge for Void Cleave. I think that's a skill of the Sentinel. Is it gender locked? Yes. Like, if you play the Primalist, you play this bearded barbarian man. Like, they each have their own story. It is a simple story, but they each have their own story, and they have their own cinematic intro as well. Like, the Acolyte girl was studying necromancy, and she got caught. Very similar to the witch from PoE, and she was then on the run because they were trying to kill her for studying dark magic. But it very quickly, you know, just goes into the main story. One of these enemies is leaving a trail of poison stuff. Bonk. Bedtime here. Thanks so for a great stream showing. I'll let you out the game Super Tree. Sure. Yeah, have a good night, Tatori. After me getting one shot earlier, I got a little bit more nervous about running into melee range against these mobs. I was just like, ugh. Of all the D2 clones I've seen, this one really does polish. The one conversation I had with the dev that I talked to for this game, he was like, "Did you like D2?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I always played the Necro. I loved, you know, having the 30 skeletal minions." And he goes, "Me too." And we really tried to capture that feel with the Acolyte. And the Acolyte can become a Necromancer. And I played her a bit earlier, and I was pretty quickly able to get 2 skeletal warriors, 2 skeletal rogues that threw knives and acid bottles, 2 skeletal archers, 3 skeletal mages, and a giant skeletal golem that could be made of bone, spectral, blood, or fire. And then there was this other thing I hadn't unlocked yet called a Summon Abomination, and you basically vacuum all your minions together and then release the mouse, and it makes this Godzilla based on how much stuff got thrown into it. And then there was some other skills that were like, summon wraiths, which are really short-lived, just pets that you yeet at the enemy. It was a lot of stuff.
All right, I think we're far enough away from her.
I'm willing to take her help if she's truthful, but I'm not ready to be reckless. Let's do the same thing we did back in Majelka. I'll use my portals and scout ahead while you make sure nothing follows us and decimate whatever gets in your way. According to what I learned, ahead are some aqueducts. We'll meet there. Stay safe. Sounds like a plan. Okay, those leave acid puddles. Oof. See, right there, the leap would have been nice just to jump over it. When and how does the game save? It's constant. It's just just any time you go to the main menu, it saves it, and it saves automatically, just constantly. I think like any time something happens, it saves it. It's but very similar to Diablo style games. Like, let's say I just logged out right now. The last waypoint right there is where I would log back in town, and then I would waypoint back to there, and I would have to do this hallway again. Stunning shrine. When do I get to specialize in a 5th skill? Level 50. Okay, I'm 40 right now. I mean, just out of curiosity, what kind of... If I look at Summon Frenzy Totem, what can it get? Gets more health, more duration. Larger AoE. While in range of it, you have a chance every second to cast a free heal on a random ally. And that's really cool because you could do that. This is the heal, and you could do that without it even being on your bar. Let's see. Sloth Totem, which now slows and reduces the armor of enemies instead of buffing allies. Stores damage it receives and returns it. Ice Thorns when hit by enemies. Improved Thorns. Grounded. It's stronger, but no longer summons at your cursor. Instead, it summons next to you. Dig in. You are buffed while near your totem. Higher tether range. Frenzy Totem's buffs are more effective, but now only affects companions and not you. Companions have more resistances while frenzied. When you summon Frenzy Totem, you and your companions get haste for a duration. Allies affected by Frenzy get higher health regen. Frenzied allies can poison enemies. Faster reviving while frenzied. When Frenzy Totem is active, your Scorpion's Poison Nova hits in a larger area. Okay, so this has synergy with the Summoned Scorpion. Necro playthrough in. I've been playing the Necro some, just dabbling with stuff, single player when I was off stream. But yeah, I'd be happy to try that out sometime. You know, as a fan of pet classes, I wanted to try both out. It's very different. Like, with the Necromancer, your minions die fairly frequently, but you're constantly summoning new ones and just, you know, throwing them at the enemy. With this guy, your pets don't die often, and when they do, it's brutal because you need to go in and, like, revive them. So you want to take care of your pets with this guy. You don't want to let them go down. How do you CPR a bear? When they go down state, they get an icon above them, and when you are close to them, like you're standing almost on top of them, they start to get revived. And so it can be difficult if there's like a big fight going on and they're like under a boss or something. And there are certain traits and stuff that affect how easy or difficult it is to revive. Like that one trait we saw a second ago where the the Frenzy Totem affects reviving speed. So far, I've had more of an issue with me getting popped than them. Which is why I was trying to fix my resistances. Very carefully, also true. Oh, poison. Lots of poison. Summon several allied ice beetles. Some of the shrines in this game have been pretty creative. I remember D2, the shrines were like, you know, electric or fire or you know, more XP for a minute. And this game has like, here's a ton of runes, here's a free unique item, here's an ice beetle pet. You know, it also has the ones that are just like power buff or XP shrine, stuff like that. But there's been some, I was like, okay, never seen anything like that before. All right, Barren Aqueduct waypoint. Transfer crafting mats. And someone reading potato filter earlier. I can knock that out now. Oh, I just realized some skills leveled up. Once I kill these, I'll fix that. Wait, is there something over there? Yeah, there is. Okay. Alright, Scorpion. Faster attack speed of babies. bear, Man, it's tough to say with the bear. The bear... I don't know, it's tempting to be greedy and swap the bear out for another damage pet, because he's the least damaging pet. He's only really great when he's taunting something off of you. But he's kind of like an oh crap button, and then, you know, if you don't have him, then you lose that emergency button, but then all the rest of the time, you're killing faster. You're a walking zoo? Yes. So this is the aqueduct. Quite a view. Level 40. Whoa, potion! Oh my god. Alright, we gotta level up here. When you use a companion ability, you and your companions get aspect of the links, which gives 100% crit chance and stun chance. How long is that? 1 second per point. So if you max this skill out, it's an 8-second long buff. Okay. Wait a minute. That skill gives flat strength. Don't all my minions scale off strength? Yes, they do. Okay, I should have gotten that earlier. I need to be on the lookout for flat strength stuff. Alright, we'll go for that. The raptor does a ton more damage than the bear, but I lose that oh crap button. Am I crawling into monitor? Oh, sorry, I was leaning too far forward. I was so invested in reading about the animals. I like how this game has a pet come here button. Most other action RPG pet classes do not have that. If they get stuck from bad pathing, you just have to sometimes town portal out and town portal back to fix it.
I owe you my life again.
Is this the guy from the entrance? I think I'm going to take a break from scouting for a bit, partly because they nearly tore me apart, but mainly because my knowledge of the way to the Citadel stops here. Damn, I was hoping it would lead us closer than this, so we may have to rely on that stranger after all. Let's go.
You've got to let me save you once in a while, eh?
Been watching the live action Cowboy Bebop. Actually, it's pretty good on the first few episodes. I haven't seen it. I've not heard the best things.